Is a $200 face cream made with fish eggs actually doing something? Or are you just moisturizing with expensive sushi? The global luxury skincare market hit $21 billion in 2023. A 2022 Bloomberg Businessweek investigation found that La Mer's Crème de la Mer, retailing at around $345 for 60 milliliters, has raw ingredient costs estimated under $50, with the remainder absorbed by packaging, marketing, and margin. Luxury ingredient markup is the gap between what a raw material costs to harvest and what a brand charges for a product containing a fraction of it. Caviar is the poster child. Caviar, specifically beluga sturgeon roe, contains omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins A, D, and B12, and amino acids. On paper, those are genuinely useful molecules for skin barrier repair. Here's where it gets complicated. Having beneficial molecules in an ingredient is not the same as those molecules surviving formulation, penetrating your skin, and arriving where they need to be. Your skin's stratum corneum is a molecular bouncer. Most large proteins and lipid complexes, including those in raw caviar extract, are too big to pass through. They sit on the surface. In 1987, Swiss brand La Prairie launched the first caviar-based skincare line. Their Skin Caviar Luxe Cream retails today at around $440 for 50 milliliters, roughly the price of a flight to Paris. La Prairie's formulas list caviar extract, but ingredient lists are ordered by concentration. When caviar appears mid-list, it may represent less than 1% of the total formula by weight. Caviar isn't even the most audacious ingredient in luxury skincare. That distinction belongs to 24-karat gold, which brands like Clé de Peau and SK2 have used to justify price points above $600. Elemental gold is chemically inert. It doesn't react with skin cells, doesn't stimulate collagen, and doesn't penetrate the dermis. It is by definition a spectacularly expensive decoration. Cosmetic scientists have a term for this: ingredient theater. It describes when a high-status ingredient is added primarily for marketing narrative rather than measurable efficacy. The product works, just not because of the gold. Here's the counterintuitive twist. Not every expensive ingredient is theater. A handful of luxury tier actives have peer-reviewed evidence behind them, and knowing which ones changes how you spend money. Peptides are short amino acid chains that signal skin cells to produce collagen. A 2009 study in the International Journal of Cosmetic Science confirmed that palmitoyl pentapeptide 4 measurably reduces wrinkle depth after 12 weeks. Palmitoyl pentapeptide 4 costs roughly $0.01 per effective dose in a formula. It appears in both a $12 drugstore moisturizer and a $320 department store serum. The molecule doesn't know its price point. Retinol is where premium pricing can occasionally earn its keep. Encapsulated retinol, where the molecule is wrapped in a lipid sphere, is genuinely more stable and penetrates more effectively than unencapsulated versions. The encapsulation process, developed by brands like SkinCeuticals and Shiseido, involves proprietary manufacturing steps that genuinely increase production cost. Here, the markup reflects real engineering, not storytelling. Snail mucin, secreted by Cryptomophilus aspersa snails, contains glycoproteins and hyaluronic acid. A 2013 clinical trial in dermatologic surgery found it significantly improved skin texture and reduced fine lines over 8 weeks. The irony: snail mucin products from Korean brands like COSRX retail under $25 and contain higher concentrations of active mucin than many $200 luxury creams. The snail doesn't charge a prestige tax. A 2008 study by Plasman, O'Doherty, Shiv, and Rangel, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, found that subjects rated wine as more pleasurable when told it was more expensive, even when it was identical wine. Skincare runs on the same cognitive architecture. This isn't entirely cynical. A 2014 study by Kikold Glaser and colleagues, published in Psychoneuroendocrinology, found that relaxation-based rituals measurably reduce cortisol levels, and chronically elevated cortisol impairs skin barrier function. The $440 cream might work partly because the ritual itself is genuinely calming. Back to Caviar. The most credible claim isn't about the roe itself. It's about phosphatidylcholine, a lipid found in caviar that closely mimics the phospholipid structure of human cell membranes and supports barrier function. Phosphatidylcholine is also found in soy lecithin, which costs approximately $0.05 per gram wholesale. The caviar version is chemically equivalent, same molecule, same barrier-supporting function, same result on your skin. The sturgeon is regrettably not adding value beyond its reputation. Diamond powder, used by brands including Victoria Beckham Beauty and Chantecaille, is marketed as a light diffusing exfoliant. Real diamond particles are added to creams at concentrations measured in parts per million. Diamond powder does physically exfoliate and scatter light, producing a temporary brightening effect. It works the same way a $5 walnut scrub works, through mechanical abrasion of dead surface cells. The hardness of the particle does the job. The diamonds aren't the point. Any comparably fine abrasive produces the same result. Luxury skincare pricing follows a documented formula. According to a 2021 Mintel Global Beauty Report, raw ingredients typically account for around 15% of a product's retail price. Packaging consumes 30 to 40%. Marketing, celebrity partnerships, and retail commissions absorb the rest. You're buying a story. If results are the goal, the American Academy of Dermatology's published guidance identifies 3 actives with the strongest evidence base: retinoids, vitamin C, and broad-spectrum SPF. All 3 are available at every price point. None require a sturgeon. There's one honest argument for expensive skincare: behavioral compliance. If a $300 serum makes you actually use SPF every morning because the ritual feels meaningful, the premium has done something a cheap product couldn't. So, does the Caviar face cream do something? Yes, but the work is being done by the base formula. Humectants like glycerin draw water into the skin. Emollients smooth the surface. Occlusives seal moisture in. These 3 functional categories are the actual engine of every moisturizer, luxury or otherwise. The caviar extract is a compelling passenger, not the driver. Economist Thorstein Veblen identified this pattern in 1899. Certain goods become more desirable precisely because they're expensive, not despite it. Luxury skincare is a textbook Veblen good. When Estee Lauder tested lower price points for Re-Nutriv in the 1950s, sales dropped. Consumers read the lower price as evidence the product didn't work. Before buying, ask 3 questions. Is the active ingredient at a concentration that can work? Is there peer-reviewed evidence for this specific molecule? And is the delivery system appropriate for skin penetration? 3 questions, every time. In 2016, consumer watchdog Which tested 10 luxury anti-aging creams, including products from La Prairie and Crème de la Mer, against a $4 moisturizer in a blind panel trial. The budget cream outperformed 3 of the luxury products on hydration measures. Buy the Caviar cream if the ritual brings you joy. But your skin can't tell beluga from bargain, and that knowledge, unlike the cream, costs absolutely nothing.